Hey, it's Dan from Crosby Coffee, and today we're going to show you how to brew with a V60. So a few things you're going to need before you start. You're going to need some scales and a timer. You're going to need the V60 itself. Today we're using the plastic V60. So these retain a lot less heat than the ceramic ones that Hario do. So that means you don't have to preheat as much and it won't draw too much heat from the coffee when you're brewing it. You're going to need a vessel. Just a rag or a cloth to clean up any spillages. Some filter paper. We've got some water boiling in the back there, and you're going to need 15 grams of coffee. So the coffee we're brewing with today is a washed coffee from the Desarrollo district in Colombia. So it's made up of a few different varietals. It's really sweet, so it's got some milk chocolate notes, a bit of pomelo in there. It's really like clean and clear mouthfeel to it. It's really pleasant to drink. So let's get started. So we've got our brewer and our vessel on the scales here. We're going to go for a really simple method, just a 3-pour method. So a 50-gram bloom, and then we're going to pour to 150 after that, and then 250 to finish. So we're going to grind our coffee now. So as I mentioned before, the grind that we're aiming for is a medium to medium coarse grind. So that's a little bit coarser than table salt. Before we grind, we're just going to spray this with some water. That helps with any static from the grinder. So we've got our coffee ground and our water is boiling in the background. We're brewing with water that's 96 degrees today. So we're just going to fold our filter paper. So this is the Hario filter papers. They're a cone shape, but they have a small like ridged edge to them there. So what you want to do is you want to fold that over. And I also like to create an extra fold near the bottom on the other side. And that just helps the papers sit in the brewer a bit better. Make sure that the ridged edge is in line with the handles of the V60. Okay, so we have our water. We're just going to preheat and pre-wet everything. Again, so as we said last time, the purpose of doing this is to just get rid of any papery aromatics that might be there. And we're also heating up the vessel so there's a nice consistency in temperature throughout the whole process. Okay, so we can add our coffee in now. Make sure that your scales are zeroed. And I'm just going to give the V60 a little shake to level out that bed of coffee. Okay, so we're ready to start brewing now. So you want to hit the timer and then immediately start your pour. So our first pour is going to be the bloom. You want to go in nice small circles, make sure you're getting everything wet. And to help with that, I'm just going to give it a bit of a swirl as well. So right now the coffee's expanding, it's reacting with the water, it's just getting wet. We're at 30 seconds now, so we will pour to 150. Just 100 grams more. Make sure you're pouring in nice circles. Avoid pouring directly onto the paper just to avoid any bypass. And now we're at a minute, so we're going to pour the rest of the way to 250. I'm going to pour this just a little bit slower, still keeping that pattern of circles. I'm going to give it another swirl, just to level out that bed of coffee, to ensure that nice even extraction throughout. So our brew's now finished, and as you can see, there's a nice flat bed of coffee there at the bottom. So we know we've got an even extraction. Okay, now it's time to try the coffee. It's really sweet as well. It's really sweet on the nose. Yeah, it's got that lovely clarity to it. The milk chocolate's there, it's nice and sweet, it's really pleasant. Very, very easy to drink. It's really good on batch brew. That sweetness is really going to come through if you brew it on espresso. So that's how we brew with a V60. So it's a really simple brew. It's really easy to learn and adaptable for a lot of different other washed coffees as well. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.